Is the SEC's recent action against crypto firms a sign of stricter regulation or a necessary measure to protect investors? This question has become all the more relevant with the SEC's latest target, ShapeShift, a Denver-based crypto exchange that has been in operation for 10 years. The SEC has accused ShapeShift of acting as an unregistered securities dealer, a serious allegation in the financial world. This action comes in the wake of the industry-wide collapses that occurred in 2022, which resulted in the SEC intensifying its regulatory oversight of the crypto industry. The intention is clear: to ensure that all market players adhere to the rules and regulations designed to protect investors and maintain the integrity of the markets. In the case of ShapeShift, the SEC's accusations are quite specific. The crypto exchange is alleged to have offered at least 79 crypto assets to its users. Interestingly, the SEC has identified some of these assets as investment contracts, although it has not specified which ones. This lack of clarity has drawn parallels with the charges against other top U.S. crypto exchanges, including Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance. U.S. The SEC's allegations go further, suggesting that ShapeShift engaged directly with its customers, buying and selling crypto assets from its own accounts. This practice, which effectively positioned ShapeShift as both a buyer and seller on its platform, allegedly continued from 2014 until the company ceased its U.S. exchange operations in 2021. ShapeShift, once a leading player in the U.S. crypto exchange market, found itself in the crosshairs of the SEC's regulatory crackdown. As we delve deeper into this case and its implications, the question still lingers. Is this a sign of things to come, or is it an isolated incident? Stay tuned as we continue to explore this intriguing development. A hefty fine and a commitment to compliance, that's how ShapeShift responded to the SEC's allegations. The Denver-based crypto exchange agreed to a settlement that included a substantial fine of $275,000. This wasn't just about paying a penalty, it also came with a promise, a commitment to avoid any future infractions of the Securities Exchange Act. It's important to note that ShapeShift didn't just roll over. Eric Voorhees, the founder of the crypto exchange, made it clear that the firm neither admitted nor denied the SEC's allegations. This may seem like a subtle detail, but it's a crucial one. It's not a confession, nor is it a denial. It's a strategic move, a middle ground that allows the company to move forward without admitting fault. Voorhees also took the opportunity to remind us all of a critical balance, referencing the Federalist Papers. He underscored the tension between the need for government regulation and the equally important need for self-regulation. It's a fine line to tread, and one that's been a topic of much debate in the crypto industry. The settlement, however, stands as a clear statement that ShapeShift is ready to comply with regulatory standards. It's a significant step, and not just because of the size of the fine. It's a signal to the SEC and to the wider industry that ShapeShift is taking these allegations seriously. They're ready to make necessary changes and avoid any future violations. So where does this leave ShapeShift? In one sense, it's a setback. No company wants to face a hefty fine. But in another sense, it's an opportunity. It's a chance to reassess, to ensure compliance, and to move forward with a renewed focus on regulatory standards. With a significant fine paid and a pledge for better compliance, ShapeShift looks to move past this regulatory hurdle. The SEC's actions have not gone unnoticed in the crypto industry, but how has the industry reacted? The crypto industry has been in a state of unease, to put it mildly. The SEC's aggressive approach under the leadership of Chairman Gary Gensler has left many industry players on edge. The record number of enforcement actions against crypto companies has stirred the proverbial hornet's nest, leading to an industry-wide outcry for more clarity and less hostility. A clear example of this unease is the legal action initiated by Legilex, a Texas-based cryptocurrency firm, and the Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas. In an unprecedented move, these entities have taken the fight to the SEC, contesting the agency's classification of certain digital assets as securities. Their argument? A lack of legal clarity and the imposition of unnecessary regulatory burdens. This lawsuit is a bold statement, a clear signal that the crypto industry is ready to defend its interests. It's a call for the SEC to provide more definitive guidelines around what constitutes a security in the world of digital assets. This is a critical issue as it directly impacts how these assets are regulated and, by extension, the future of the industry. But this is not just about one lawsuit. It's about an industry-wide demand for clearer regulatory guidelines. The crypto industry is not looking for a free pass. It's looking for a clear roadmap. It's about knowing the rules of the game so they can play it fairly and effectively. The ShapeShift case has exemplified this need for clarity. Despite agreeing to a settlement and paying a hefty fine, ShapeShift's founder Eric Voorhees underscored that the firm neither admitted nor denied the allegations. His reference to the Federalist Papers highlighted an essential balance between government control and the necessity for self-regulation, a balance that many in the industry feel is currently skewed. As the crypto industry grapples with these regulatory challenges, the demand for clearer guidelines grows louder. In the broader landscape, what does the SEC's approach towards ShapeShift signal about its stance on crypto? Under the stewardship of Chairman Gary Gensler, the SEC's scrutiny of the crypto industry has intensified to unprecedented levels. The Commission has pursued a record number of enforcement actions against crypto firms, with ShapeShift being one of the latest to feel its regulatory weight. This aggressive approach can be seen in two lights. On one hand, it's a safeguarding measure, a way for the SEC to protect investors from potential market manipulations and unscrupulous practices. It's a sign that the Commission is taking the crypto sector seriously, recognizing its potential and ensuring that it can mature in a safe and regulated environment. But on the other hand, many in the crypto industry view the SEC's actions as an impediment to growth. They argue that the heavy regulatory hand of the SEC is stifling innovation and hindering the potential of an industry that is still in its nascent stages. The recent legal actions initiated by Legilex and the Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas against the SEC highlight this sentiment, contesting the agency's classification of certain digital assets as securities and arguing for a lack of legal clarity. In the eyes of these industry stakeholders, the SEC's rigorous enforcement is not just about the protection of investors, but also about the imposition of unnecessary regulatory burdens. They believe that the crypto industry, with its potential for democratizing finance and fostering innovation, needs clearer and more conducive regulatory guidelines to thrive. This dichotomy of viewpoints underscores the delicate balancing act that the SEC must perform. It must protect investors and maintain market integrity while also fostering an environment that allows for the growth and innovation of the crypto industry. As the SEC continues to tighten its grip on the crypto industry, the question remains, is this the dawn of a new era of regulation or the stifling of an innovative industry? So what can we glean from this saga between ShapeShift and the SEC? In the past few minutes, we've delved deep into the recent actions of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission against the decade-old crypto exchange ShapeShift. The SEC alleged that ShapeShift was acting as an unregistered securities dealer, leading to a settlement of $275,000 in fines. ShapeShift, based in Denver, Colorado, was accused of offering at least 79 crypto assets to its users. Some of these were identified as investment contracts, but the SEC did not specify which ones were considered securities. This scenario mirrors the charges against other leading U.S. crypto exchanges, such as Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance, U.S. The SEC's actions came before ShapeShift ceased its exchange activities in the U.S. in 2021. It's worth noting that ShapeShift's founder, Eric Voorhees, clarified that the firm neither admitted nor denied the allegations. Instead, they chose to settle the matter, underscoring the delicate balance between government control and the necessity for self-regulation. But ShapeShift's story doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's part of a broader narrative of increased regulatory oversight in the crypto industry, particularly following the industry-wide collapses in 2022. The SEC, under the leadership of Chairman Gary Gensler, has pursued a record number of enforcement actions against the crypto industry, causing unease across the sector. This rigorous enforcement has sparked legal action within the industry itself. Firms like Legilex and the Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas have initiated lawsuits against the SEC, contesting its classification of certain digital assets as securities. They argue there's a lack of legal clarity and unnecessary regulatory burdens, echoing a sentiment prevalent throughout the crypto industry. So what's the bottom line here? The crypto industry is calling for clearer regulatory guidelines. As it continues to evolve and mature, the relationship between cryptocurrency and regulation is set to remain a hotly debated topic. Regulatory bodies like the SEC and crypto entities must navigate this complex landscape together, balancing the need for investor protection with the innovative potential of this transformative technology. As the crypto industry continues to evolve, one thing is certain: the intersection of cryptocurrency and regulation will remain a hotly debated topic.